papers. Our paper presentation session is divided into 3 technical sessions, and each technical session carries 15 paper presentation. Now let's start with first technical session, requesting our respected coordinator Mr. Sagar Kunbi sir to present his paper.
A very good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Mr. Sagar Kunbi, an assistant professor and looking after the BAF department of ZSCT's Thakur Shyamnarayan degree. And my topic for today's research paper is a study on various factors influencing students' behavior in pursuit of professional accounting career. Now, professional services contribute significantly to the gross domestic product and employment of any nation of the world. Among the most important and the powerful professions in modern day cultivating an economic society is accounting. Accounting is an absolute necessary profession in the modern economy and society at large, as it shapes how organization governs and decisions are made in both private and public sector. Accountant performs essential duties in major organizations as their decisions are made to have significant and far-reaching financial and social implications. Now, as we already know how accounting is very important, and as a professional accountant, uh, they have to, being a professional accountant is very important. There are very few, in this research, we'll be studying about the various factors that affects students' behavior towards choosing accounting or professional accounting as their main career. As you might know that the person who is pursuing or have already done professional accounting, they are allowed or are able to work in various sectors like businesses and industries, chartered accountant firm, consultancy firms, institution, capital market services, financial institution, and independent practice as well. Okay, as they are always on high demand in these above sectors. Some various professional accounting included chartered accountant, chartered certified accountant, chartered management accountant, chartered public finance accountant, external auditor, forensic accountant, stockbroker, and many more. Students know that these are the benefits, these are the demands, but still they are not willing to choose this as a field in their career and they're missing this opportunity. So we are trying to understand that what are the various factors that affects or influence them or their behavior in pursuing professional accounting courses. Now, following is the chart which shows the various factors that affect students or influence students in choosing or pursuing accounting as their career. There are 6 factors which affects the students' behavior in choosing accounting as their career. First is prestige factor. Now, students think that this professional title is prestige to them. These professional titles are recognized, it is the most respectable profession, and have a better opportunity for promotion. Out of this mindset, they approach them in choosing this field, in professional accounting field as their career. But this prestige is considered to be a positive factor. Next we have is reference factor. Why do students choose accounting as their career? It only and solely also depends on this factor, that is reference factor. They are encouraged by their parents. Some are influenced in the school itself. They might be encouraged or referred. People might refer them to choose accounting as their career. They include friends, their loved ones, even their academics or lecturer might also influence them. These are the people who refer them. So it is known as the reference factor. Next factor which is considered to influence students into choosing accounting as their career is the extrinsic factor. Extrinsic factors includes the mindset of the students on choosing this field, like they'll be getting higher salary. They're also getting other financial incentives. They think that they consider that this is a highly secured and superb work, highly secure job, having superb work environment. It offers various other job opportunities as well as financial security. So these are factors that comes under extrinsic factor. Next we have is intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factors include, some people might think that they are ready to, they think that let's do this professional course because it is fun. For the fun they are doing it. Some people might think it's more flexible, so they are opting for professional accounting courses. Some people think that there might be a better training opportunity, so they are choosing this as a career. And some people, some students think this it has a sense of accomplishment. So all these factors are comes under intrinsic factor point. Next we have as a grit factor. Now grit in simple terms means fearlessness, courage. You know, so some might think that professional exams are considered to be the most hard or tricky one. It is very difficult. So some people like to accept challenges, and they are determined that I'll take it as a challenges, and they'll hope to pass all the professional examination in one sitting only. So this is also a factor which change the mindset of the student in pursuing accounting as their career. The last factor, along with other many psychological factors, is the social factor, which affects or influence the students in choosing accounting as their career. Is a social factor, which includes after doing this course, they might have a thing that I can immensely contribute in the society. So this is one reason why they choose that. Next, they think after completing the professional accounting course, they might have a reputation. You know, reputation in the society is also a factor which is considered. After choosing this, their social interaction with others also increases. So all these things comes under social factor. So these are the 6 main factors which affect students in choosing accounting as their career. Now, what was the main objective of doing this research is to study that again the various factors that influence the students in choosing their career. Next is to spread awareness among the students regarding this. What is the research methodology used in this? The research is primarily based on secondary data. Here, DEX research is done by summarizing and collecting the already existing data from the libraries, websites, and the data which is already, based on the existing surveys to increase the overall efficiency of the research. The primary data which used over here is the survey method. Okay, while the Google form is prepared and circulated, under the Google form survey method, following questions were asked. First were the basic demographic questions, including the age, gender, educational qualification, because these are also necessary for doing the survey in any research, because we can further divide it on the age group, we can also divide it on the gender, on the education qualification, whether the students are pursuing accounting, whether the students are thinking of pursuing accounting, and these things are necessary to consider the factors that affects the students' behavior in choosing accounting. First, we have asked them what are the prestige factors. The question was, what according to you is considered as the prestige factors that influence the students' behavior? And the questions according responses based were that accounting with professional qualifications are more respected with accountants with degrees. Next was professional titles are highly and internationally recognized. Okay, these are highly prestige and influential and enhance one confidence. Accounting is also a profession in par with medicine and law. Okay, doing accounting might give a better opportunity. These all comes under prestige factor. These were the sub questions which were asked. Next question was on reference factor. Reference factors options given to them were they were encouraged by their parents, were they were the performance in the school influenced them to choose this as a career, or friends encourage them, even the educator or the lecturer might encourage them. So these were the questions given in reference factor. Next is extrinsic factor. Extrinsic factor question asked were on professional certification offers higher salary, higher incentives, which means they are choosing this as their career because they think that they might get higher salary. This was the question. Next, they might think that professional accounting is a highly secure. They might think that work environment in professional is always super. These was the option given to them. Next is intrinsic factor. Next question asked for them, on the options given to them were on the basis of this, the respondent have given their responses, which include accounting field is very interesting and fun to be around. Accounting field guarantees bright future opportunities. And accounting profession is more flexible compared to other professions. Accounting profession give a sense of accomplishment. These were all included in intrinsic factor. Grit is on the basis of individual psychological behavior, where the confidence or person who accept challenges comes under this. So the respondent were given the options like they usually overcome the setbacks. They will finish whatever they have began. Next, they are highly determined and highly encouraged to do that. Okay, they like to face challenges. So these were the options given to them. Next, we have is social factors. Again, social factors include being a certified accountant, I can work well with others. This is the option given to them, that professional accountant interacts with other people a lot. They are recognized as very important in the society. These all comes under the social factors. Now, the limitation to study is that I would consider the first and most important limitation is the time constraint as well as the sample size to be chosen, because if the sample size which we have selected does not represent to the whole of population, and the response which we have received might also be uneven, as the students might have already chosen some other fields and they may have other belief about accounting professions. Next, these are the findings which we have found. Under this research, we found that there are four main factors which were considered to have a major influence on students for selecting accounting as a career: intrinsic factor, extrinsic factors, and perception towards accounting profession and other social factors. Under intrinsic factors, interest, ability, and desire to run the business, dynamic challenge dynamic and challenging environment played a significant positive impact. In extrinsic factor, job opportunity, responsibility, and experience also played a positive impact. But under social status, consider a negative impact on accounting. The conclusion and suggestion is, from the findings, we can conclude that students intend to pursue accounting career because professionalism offers high salary. This is their thinking. It provides better job opportunity and brings prestige, respect, or recognition, both in locally as well as in international. Suggestion is that it is clearly suggested to the educators and lecturers to focus more on educational aspiration, builds personal characteristics in motivating students, and stress the importance of professional accounting education in relation to intent and accounting. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sagar sir, for presenting your research paper. Now, I would request Jatin Pasi to present his research paper.
Hello everyone. First of all, a very good morning to everyone. My name is Jatin Pasi from SY-BAF, representing ZSCT's Thakur Shyamnarayan Degree College for this e-conference. My topic is a study on artificial intelligence in the field of auditing and accounting. First, we will see a little bit introduction about this topic. AI is basically a computer science term describing a computer's ability to replicate the learning, assessment, problem solving, and decision making abilities of humans. The purpose of artificial intelligence in accounting is to increase efficiency and practices in a way that ultimately leads to better decision making. Second, objectives. So my motive to make this research paper was to create awareness among people regarding artificial intelligence, to analyze various effects of AI, which is artificial intelligence, in accounting and auditing. Then third one is to study issue related to artificial intelligence and give proper suggestions. I have used both primary and secondary data as a foundation for this research. I have created a questionnaire and gathered information from respondents. The list of survey questions are on another slide. This is the first question, and result for this question is 70.6% of people think artificial intelligence can be used in the field of auditing and accounting, whereas on the other hand, 26% people are unsure about their decision whether artificial intelligence can be applied in the field of auditing and accounting. This is the second question, and the result for the second question is 52.9% of people do not believe automation will affect on an employment sector, while 47.1% of people believe artificial intelligence can replace the jobs of auditors and accountants. This is the third question, and the result for the third question is 52.9% of respondents feel that risk should be considered in accounting and auditing, while 41.2% are unsure about their decision for considering risk factor in accounting tools. This is the fourth question, and result for the fourth question is, according to 58.8% of the participants, Privacy and safety threats are two major problems with artificial intelligence. In addition, 26.5% are not sure about their decision, and the rest of the people are say कि privacy and threats or to safety are major issue of AI. Fifth question is, and the result for the fifth question is, according to 67.6% of people, USA is the best for AI technology, whereas according to 32.4% of people, Germany is best for AI technology. This is the sixth question, and the result for the sixth question is, according to 76.5% people, artificial intelligence is best for future, whereas 17.6% of people think it is they are not sure about their decision, and the rest of the people think it is not best for the future. Conclusion. So, accountant and auditors need to be ready to act fast in response to changes in user demand, as well as the development of innovative and developing organizational performance. As a result, I conclude this research as a research. We must continue using AI to ensure that efficiency and value always come first. Thank you.
Thank you Jatin Pasi for presenting your research paper. Requesting Man Singhania to present his research paper.
Hello everyone, my name is Man Singhania and I am a student of BAF. And today I am going to present a presentation on cryptocurrency. I chose this topic as this topic is very exciting for me, and recently this topic has caught a lot of fire on the internet. As we all know who Elon Musk is. Elon Musk is also a heavy investor in the cryptocurrency. So let us know what exactly cryptocurrency is. So cryptocurrency is a digital currency which is an alternative payment method developed utilizing the encryption algorithms. It acts as both a medium of exchange, that is currency, and a virtual accounting system. You need a cryptocurrency wallet in order to use cryptocurrencies. These wallets can be software that is downloaded to your PC, mobile device, or the cloud. The wallet should be secured with passwords and your personal identity. So there are four types of cryptocurrencies. Number one, Bitcoin, which is a store of value cryptocurrency. Number two, Libra, which is a digital cryptocurrency. Number three, Ethereum, which is a utility token. And number three, Science blockchain, which is a security token. So Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency which enables peer-to-peer exchange of value in the digital realm. It was launched in 2009. Bitcoin is a store of value. Its worth must either remain stable or grow through time in order to qualify as a store of value. It must never decrease. The current value of one Bitcoin is approximately around 13,45,000 in Indian national rupees. Number two, Ethereum. Ethereum are designed to be used for payments for functions and are known as utility tokens. They can also be used for payments of goods and services. It is used to pay transaction fee and collateral fee of miners. They are associated with big firms like eBay, Uber, Spotify, etc. The current value is around 95,000 rupees in 95,000 in Indian national rupees. Number third is the Facebook Libra cryptocurrency. It was envisioned to be a digital money on your phone which can be used to pay for any purchase where the cryptocurrency is supported. It was created by Facebook and it was renamed as Diem in 2022. It is also associated with big companies like eBay, Uber, Spotify, etc. Number four is security token offering Bitcoin. So in a blockchain, a token is a number assigned to data stored within the blockchain. Giving an asset a token is called tokenization. As an investment asset, a security token is a digital asset that represents ownership or other rights and transfer value from an asset or bundle of asset to a token. It is regulated in countries like United Kingdom, United States of America, Germany, etc. It is not regulated in countries like UAE and Thailand, and it is completely banned in countries like China and Korea. So there are some dangers which come while utilizing cryptocurrency. They are still a relatively new concept and have a very unstable market. Cryptocurrencies are typically uninsured and difficult to convert into a kind of real currency because they are not regulated by a bank or any other third party. Cryptocurrency can also be hacked like any other intangible technology assets because they are built on technology. You have to keep your cryptocurrency investment in a digital wallet. If you lose that wallet, your entire cryptocurrency investment is lost. Therefore, you have to keep your cryptocurrency wallets very secured with passwords and personal identity. So I would like to express my gratitude to my teacher and my college for giving us this assignment, because of which I learned so much about cryptocurrency. I would also like to thank my parents who helped me choose this topic for my project, and my friends who helped me complete it in the limited timeline. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mansingania, for presenting the research paper. Requesting Rishabh Bora to present his research paper.
Hello friends, very good morning. Myself Rishabh Pankaj Bola and I am from SYBAF. My roll number is 3. I have made this research paper under the guidance of Assistant Professor Sagar Kunbi sir. My research topic is a study on foreign direct investment inflows in India. So basically, what is foreign direct investment? Foreign direct investment is the process whereby residents of one country acquire ownership of assets in another country for the purpose of controlling the production, distribution, and other activities of a firm in that country. There are some keywords in my research paper. First is foreign direct investment. Second is CAGR, compound annual growth rate. Third, economy. Fourth, India, etc., etc. The main objective of the research is to investigate the patterns in FDI inflows to India, to determine the flow of FDI into India by nation, to determine the sectoral allocation of India's FDI inflows. The research methodology of this research is the percentage and CAGR have been used to examine the trajectory of FDI inflows to India. To ease comprehension, a simple percentage calculation was made, explored through flow of FDI by nation and sector in India. I have circulated Google form that how many of them are known FDIs and all. 21 responses were gathered from a convenient sample that was used for the study purpose. Data collection for the study is done through questionnaire. 4 items on the questionnaire deal with foreign direct investment and how it operates. The question I gathered from the survey are listed below. There are, my first question is age limit. There are 33.3% which are from 21 years to 23 years, 50% from 18 years to 20 years, 16.7% from 15 years to 17 years. My second question is, what is the full form of FDI? There are many people who don't know the full form of FDI. The full form of FDI is foreign direct investment. My third question is, what is worldwide investment called? 50% has chosen that foreign investment, 16.7 has chosen public fund investment, 33.3 has chosen corporate fund. My fourth question is FDI in India allowed by 2 modes, government route and dash. 33.3 has chosen bank route, 33.3 has chosen trade route, 16.7 has chosen all of the above, 16.7 has chosen automatic route. The conclusion of this investment, of this research, is foreign direct investment is an appealing concept through which companies progress and enter into markets as a result of globalization. There are array of factors that might influence a company's decision to enter into a new market, such as the availability of research, the political stability of the identified country, and the nations opens a regional and international trade. So has a better opportunity of being a successful company in China due to excellent economic environment which supports businesses. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rishabh Bora, for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Avni Salke to present her research paper.
Hello, good morning everyone. Today I am Ms. Avni Sarke of Thakur Shyamnarayan Degree College presenting my research paper on topic a study on an analysis of Indian mergers and acquisitions and their effects on the operating effectiveness of acquiring companies. Introduction. Mergers and acquisitions are business transactions in which the ownership of companies, other business organizations, or their operating units are transferred to or consolidated with other company or business organization. As an aspect of strategic management, mergers and acquisitions can allow enterprise to grow or downsize and change the nature of their business or competitive position. Technically, a merger is a legal consolidation of two business entities into one, whereas an acquisition occurs when one entity takes ownership of other entities, share capital, equity, interest, or assets. A deal may be indirectly called a merger of equal if both CEOs agree that joining together is in the best interest of both of their companies. From a legal and financial point of view, both mergers and acquisitions generally result in the consolidation of assets and liabilities under one entity, and the distinction between two is not always clear. Objectives of research: to examine the effect of mergers and acquisitions at the acquirer's working efficiency, to understand microeconomic surroundings, accept the consequences of the merger which influences the overall performance of the acquirer. Research methodology. The facts for the mergers and acquisitions offers evaluation has been sourced CMIB Proves, and for the acquirer enterprise has been sourced from moneycontrol.com. Money Manipulate offers the facts for the ratios, while CMIB Proves offers information about the offers. It does now no longer supply calculation of ratios. Hence, for deal info, CMIB Proves became used, and for Money Manipulate became used for facts collection. A common of 3 years pre-merger and put-up merger facts has been compared. The facts consist of decided on performance ratio. In order to statistically show that the merger has had an effect at the performance of the acquirer enterprise, put-up merger, the PAD test has been additionally used. This test will display whether or not to put up merger overall performance is statistically distinctive from the pre-merger overall performance. Analysis and findings. According to 77.5% of individuals think that mergers and acquisition have an impact on accounting and finance practices, whereas only 17.5% of people think it does not have an impact on accounting and finance. According to 77.5% of people think the accounting standard AS14 is applicable for mergers and acquisitions, and according to 12.5% of people think the accounting standard AS9 is applicable for mergers and acquisitions. According to 87.5% of people, companies do merger and acquisitions procedure to expand their market share, whereas according to 7.5% people, companies do mergers and acquisition to increase cost-related things in the company. According to 80% of the people, greater efficiency is the benefit of merger and acquisition, and according to 15% of people, benefits higher pricing benefits the mergers of acquisitions. Is mergers and acquisitions are really worth the trouble and risk? According to 65% of people think mergers and acquisitions really worth the trouble and risk, whereas 35% of people think it is not. Conclusion: one size does not match all. Many operations discover that exponential manner to get beforehand is to enlarge positions barriers via mergers and acquisitions. For other, isolating the general public possessions of a subsidiary or enterprise section gives extra advantages. Mergers and acquisition is available in all shapes and size, and traders want to do not forget the complicated troubles worried in M&A. A merger can manifest while corporations determine to mix into one entity or while another corporation buys. An acquisition constantly entails the acquisition of one corporation by means of another. Thank you.
Thank you, Avni Salke, for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Aditya Raula to present his research paper. Thank you Aditya Rola for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Asmit Singh to present his research paper.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Ashmit and studying in SY-BAF. My roll number is 15 and my research topic is impact on international merger and acquisition on accounting practices. Starting with introduction, the Indian economy has experienced considerable transformation and structural changes during the past 10 years as a result of several structural reforms that the Indian government has enacted since 1991 in response to policies of economic liberalization and globalization. Content this study implies that synergy will be created during the post-M&A period because of the consolidation of two of the firm's resources. Objective, the goal and advantage of a merger and acquisition are many, includes reducing the flaws of each company while enhancing their combined strength, eliminating or threat to the industry. Conclusion, after the M&A, it is predicted that the acquiring company's financial performance will increase. As a result, multiple profitability, efficiency, liquidity and leverage measures were used. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you Asmit Singh for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Khushi Mhatre to present her research paper.
Hello everyone, my name is Khushi Madhav and I am from SY-BAF. My mentor is Assistant Professor Sagar and my topic for today is to study the role of artificial intelligence in accounting and auditing. Introduction. The phrase artificial intelligence is one that can teach both amateur and experts in the field of artificial intelligence. Since it is so amazing, the idea of man-made machine or contingently free to comprehend, learn and implement choices on its own has permeated popular culture for many years. We have witnessed the human imagination run amok in conjuring all the possible outcomes of artificial intelligence. Going to start from the Arthur C. Clarke had science fiction in the second decade of the 19th century to today's widely published Hollywood blockbusters loosely based on the real biology behind the AI technology. Objectives: what possible effects can the adoption of AI technology have to accounting and auditing standards? Analyzing numerous biases in AI and the significance of transparency. Researching the factors that influence the use of AI corporate organization of accounting and auditing processes. Research methodology. I have done this research by primary means, by questions like, do you believe that artificial intelligence will eventually take the role of automation in the accounting and auditing field? Is an AI agent able to recognize mistakes? How artificial intelligence is used in many business functions? Findings. These are my findings. My main content was about artificial intelligence, definitionally analysis of artificial intelligence and artificial intelligence technology through history. Pre-received benefits and probable risks. Probable benefits are improved productivity, great accuracy, flexible working style, manpower saving, risk management. These are all pre-received benefits, and probable risks are resistance from existing workforce, greater cost community, etc. Conclusion: depending on some technology groups, machines will eventually take over any object that can be converted into data. The leave creativity and judgment which are exclusively human traits and frequently set one organization apart from another. Like database and spreadsheets, IA is technology that is only useful in humans known how to utilize it is automate business procedure. This way, audits are conducted will ultimately depend on how the market reacts to these changes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you Khushi Matre for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Kevin Chauhan to present his research paper.
Research study on tax management of Indian. Introduction. Beginning on 1st July 2017, goods and service tax (GST) was implemented. All India subjective to the indirect tax. Every commodity and service would be changed to a single tax. GST has been adopted almost 160 nations. The industry will benefit from GST guarantee of white tax base with reasonable expansion. In addition to helping lower consumer price, consistent tax rate and the reduction in the many levies would all have positive effect for Indian economy. Objectives: to understand the concept of GST, to know the benefits and challenges of GST, to study the impact of GST on different sectors in India. Research methodology. The current work is based on the both exploratory and descriptive research. It is exploring both the good and negative effects of the GST on Indian economy have been observed. The current study used data from variety of sources, including books, journals, magazines, etc. Findings: 0%, 12% on goods into homeopathic and Ayurvedic medicines, ready-made clothing, cell phones, non-AC hotels, business, etc. Species from fruits, vegetable, nuts and other plant elements 18%. Wheat, rye. Thank you.
Thank you Kevin Chauhan for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Rohan Chari to present his research paper.
Hi, my name is Rohan Chari and I am from SYBAF and my research paper topic is cryptocurrency and its impact on the world. Now here's a little introduction to the cryptocurrency. As technology keeps on improvising, consumers' demand for flexible, convenient, cost and time efficient transaction continues to drive the evolution of the payment platforms. One of the latest and the most promising digital inventions in the financial landscape is the evolution of the decentralized digital currencies known as cryptocurrency and its peer-to-peer network that is known as blockchain technology. Now, what is the background of the cryptocurrency? Although digital currency concept has existed since 1980s, the launching of Bitcoin as a decentralized cryptocurrency was in 2009 using the blockchain technology. Blockchain is a distributed database platform which preserves an infinitely growth list of data records which are verified by the mining nodes. The data is stored in a public ledger containing information each and every completed transaction. Now we'll talk about the research methodology. This paper's goal is to identify the current stage of the cryptocurrency adoption and models that have been used as well as the adoption challenges that need to be addressed in the final studies. Firstly, we performed an SLR to gather use cases of the cryptocurrency adoption and the evidence from the literature regarding and current stage of the adoption of the cryptocurrency and future potential factors to be addressed to improve the adoption of the cryptocurrency among all the users in the future and now. Now there's a research and a discussion gap. There are typically two main research paradigms that serves as a guide for researchers are constructivism and positivism. Constructivism paradigm is the notion that scientists are free to develop subjective interpretations of the people's experiences towards certain issues to comprehend specific phenomena. Now we'll talk about the positivism. Positivism is typically connected with quantitative studies, assuming that there is one actual reality that can be learned through empirical phenomena. Now the conclusions. This paper addresses four research questions as mentioned above. The first question regarding Ridwan, alarm and 304 topics that have been addressed in cryptocurrency that was answered by gathering related paper scientific databases. Thank you. Now I'm here ending my presentation.
Thank you, Rohan Chari, for presenting your research paper, and now requesting Harsh Kanojia to present his research paper.
Hello, my name is Harsh Kanojia. I am from SY-BAF. My research paper topic is a study on cryptocurrency and its awareness among the citizen in India. Abstract. The cryptocurrency are the virtual currency that operate the internet without regulatory body and the centralizing introduced into the online environment and mainly used in the system. Introduction. A digital currency known as a cryptocurrency was developed utilizing encryption method, a substitute for traditional money. Cryptocurrency can act as a medium of exchange and the decentralization account of technology systems of cryptocurrency. Research and mythology. By utilizing the encryption technology, the cryptocurrency can act as both a medium of exchange and a virtual accounting system. You need a cryptocurrency wallet in order to use a cryptocurrency. A digital currency or a cryptocurrency is an alternative payment method developed utilizing encryption methods. Future. The operation of a Bitcoin futures contracts for a Bitcoin provide insurance against a price of fluctuation and a volatility. It also serve a standard in a tool for traders to make a prediction about a Bitcoin future price. If you are anticipated that the price of a Bitcoin will increase, you can take a long position with a Bitcoin future contract. Use in a legal transaction. The media, government agency, law enforcement and a financial authorities have all taken notice of how criminals are using a Bitcoin. The potential to use a Bitcoin to buy unlawful items according to the number of new source it is what make so popular. Creator. Nakamoto Satoshi, the person or a person who contributed to the creation of the Intel Bitcoin software and published the 2008 paper that popularized idea of a cryptocurrency are known by the moniker Satoshi Nakamoto. Up until around 2010, Nakamoto was still involved in the development of a Bitcoin.
Thank you, Harsh Kanojia, for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Mehak Singh to present her research paper.
Everyone, my name is Mehak Manoj Singh and I am from first year Bachelor of Accounting and Finance under the guidance of Vidhi ma'am. And my research paper topic is scope and importance of e-banking and issues related to it. And these are the agendas included in my research paper: introduction, objective, research methodology, literature review, concept of e-banking, present status of e-banking in India, challenges in e-banking, opportunities, finding, conclusion, suggestion. And this is the introduction. Modern banking has become simple, making it safer for customer to put their hand-earned money in bank. Everything can be now done with a click of button. People not need to wait in a long line to transfer their money from one account to another account. There are many choices like debit card, credit card, online banking, etc. available for customer in place of more conventional method of transaction. This is the objective of the study. to understanding the principle of e-banking and researching. There are in the Indian banking industry are two important goals: to research the difficulties with e-banking, to research the various of e-banking, and this is the research methodology. The study explained in e-banking using by primary data, as I have prepared the online questionnaire and from the related to research paper and distributed to the participant and recorded the response. This is the literature review. Following are the attempts to present a succinct summary of the literature based on few similar studies conducted globally in a field of e-banking. Ansari, Sherish Jha and Khan Nizar 2017 also shed some light on the state of retail electronic payment in the afterbirth of demonetization. According to the analyze, internet user in 2016 compared to user in 2012 has increased of almost 53.45% additionally. And second, Chauhan V and Chaudhary V 2015 emphasized on and the idea of internet banking and its advantage from the perspective of consumer and bank as well as the existing internet banking landscape. The biggest growth rate from 2010 to 2014 was 49.64% for mobile banking, while the lowest growth rate from the same period was 11.07% from credit card transaction. Using RTGS, NEFT were at 89.29% and 602.69% respectively. These are the concept of e-banking. E-banking also referred to as online banking in 2004. E-banking, which involves both individual corporate client and include bank transfer, payment and settlements, documentary collection and credit, corporate and household lending, card business and some other, is frequently referred to as a retail or wholesale banking service. They are offered over the internet according to UNCTAD 2002. Many banks began to see web-based bank as a strategic necessity in the late 1990s. The produce through which a customer can conduct financial transaction electronically without going to a physical location is referred as electronic banking. And this is the present status of e-banking in India. The first ICICI Bank in the first initiative to receive credit for introducing internet banking in India in 1999. Then Citibank and HDFC Bank launched their own internet banking service. Second, the IT Act 2000 was passed by the Indian government and went into effect on October 17, 2000. It gave e-commerce and other form of electronic business legal legitimacy. According to RBI, the payment system saw a significant increase in volume of 26.2% over the previous year, which was on top of the growth of 44.2%. Challenges in e-banking are, there are three challenges in banking: risks associated with security, the trust factor, and the customer education. Risks associated with security for bank, the issue has grown to be one of their top priority. Due to this uncertainty and security worry, many clients choose not to be use e-banking service. 43% of internet users in India don't use internet banking due to security concern. According to IMII report from 2006, the trust factor, for the majority of client, trust is the main barrier to use internet banking. Due to lack of confidence in online security, clients prefer to traditional banking. They believe that internet transactions are dangerous, fraud can happen. Many questions came up in customers' mind while utilizing e-banking service, such as, did the transaction go through? How many times did the press to transfer button? One of the key elements that affect customer perspectively to trade with online retailers is trust. Customer education. Customers are becoming more knowledgeable about the features and process of e-banking. In the context of India, still on the low side, banks are unable to property and information covers the functionality, advantage and uses of internet banking. These are the opportunities in banking: untapped rural market, multiple channels, competitive advantage, increasing internet user and computer literacy, worthy customer service. These are the findings which were recorded, which I have recorded from the participants. And la conclusion of the topic is the banking sector in India has fully embraced, which is necessary to offer customer better service. Online banking, which enables consumer to carry out a variety of financial and non-financial operation via a bank website. In one of the most significant banking channel, among the main service offered were debit, credit card, e-checks, UPI, mobile banking, ATM, internet banking, SMS banking, and ATM. So, this is the suggestion. In today's globalized world, e-banking is significant contributor to the progress of the banking sector by taking crucial issues and challenges. The Indian banking industry can improve customer to the banking industry. Through training and development, the banking process can be made easier and more comfortable for the customer. Younger generation are being to grasp the benefit and simplicity of banking. In the coming year, e-banking will become widely acknowledged in India in addition to becoming a preferred way. Private sector makes up a higher proportion to POS terminal market than public sector. Prepaid payment instruments are primarily in the nation via mobile wallet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mehak Singh, for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Naina Singh to present her research paper.
It's Naina Singh from FI-BAF. My research paper is on CSR and business ethics under the guidance of Vidhi Ghelani. So, moving towards our introduction. Globalization has undoubtedly increased and distributed prosperity among the nation, was suffering heavily economic blows after the Second World War in 1991. When India witnesses in the major economic reforms, it was our private sector that targetedly benefited. CSR was first addressed by our former Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh. Business ethics and corporate social responsibility. So there are some responsibility that we have to follow. So first is build customer loyalty, retain good employees, avoid legal problems, legal and economic responsibilities. Now we have our objective, study the awareness of corporate social responsibility and business ethics to understand the area in which selected companies have shown interest to spend on CSR activities, to analyze how efficiently the code of conduct is followed by selected companies. Now we have our research methodology. Research was conducted to understand the study based on business ethics and CSR reciprocity of selected companies. The sample size was chosen randomly, and the sample size consists of 100 recipients. For example, employees of selected companies like Emphasize, IMB, and KPMG in and around Bangalore and Bangalore. Now we have our literature review. Business and ethics CSR are often used to refer to the same business activities. The term business ethics comprises two words, business and ethics. The development of CSR practices contribution to increasing the competitive performance of both directly and indirectly through the ability of this organization to manage their stakeholders. Now I had concluded findings, and these are my responses. Now we have our conclusion. From this study, we can infer that innovation in CSR and Adapting good ethical practices are proven to be boon to the organization. And innovation in CSR helps in reducing the employees' cost and thereby increasing the productivity in the organization. Most of the employees recognize business ethics and social responsibility as important for the growth and success of an organization. Moving further, we have our suggestion. Finding a peer group with the industry or outside may give the company and employee useful insight into others' experience, perception, and expectation. At this level, one can discuss ethical issue without judging and obtain feedback. Being transparent about the financial is good ethical practice, which give a good picture of companies dealing, meanwhile ensuring the involvement of employees and the public in various company activities. I'd like to thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, Naina Singh, for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Sudeepa Bachar to present her research paper.
Hello everyone, my name is Sudeepa Bachar. I am from Asst and my roll number is 1. And this research paper is under the guidance of Assistant Professor Vidhi Ghelani. Today's topic is demonetization, issues and challenges. Demonetization is the of particular or unit of currency from nation. Demonetization is the process of elimination the lawful acceptance status of monetary units. The corruption, reverse finance and economic nightmare, the black money owners and corrupt professionals also have their experience in demonetization. The biggest strength to combat corruption and black money was unveiled by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 8 November 2016, and it was called demonetization. Every economic and financial sectors of India was impacted by the government of India. Action, daily transactions, and small enterprises were the campaign to stop the funding of terrorism and money incentives for various and antisocial behaviors, including drugs and human trafficking. The objectives of my research to comprehend the problem and difficulties facing the Indian banking system, to comprehend the effective administration of the Indian banking system and economy, to evaluate both the positive and negative effects of demonetization, to comprehend the short and long-term effects of demonetization on banking operations. Demonetization. Demonetization is the act of replacing the current currency with a new one for a variety of financial and economic benefits of the nation. The government has made a significant effort to combat corruption. The Indian government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, announced the removal for the 500 and 1,000 notes for legal circulation on November 8 at black money and terrorism have a significant negative impact on the current economic development of India. The conclusion. Demonetization is the law being implemented for structural change over the long run, not for a quick win for profit. Terrorism, loans, and other schemes who back in professional for instance, notes have been used. Each witness departs for a trial. They make accurate formal economy, accounting, and service.
Thank you, Sudeepa Bachar, for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Purushottam Singh to present his research paper.
Hi, myself Purushottam Singh from FY-BAF, rule number 17, and my research paper is about demonetization and its effects on Indian economy. So let me give you an abstract about it. Demonetization is the withdrawal of any kind of currency used as legal tender. In demonetization, the money in circulation are removed from the nation. It was happened in India on 2016, in which rupees 500 and rupees 1000 note were completely banned. The keyword of my presentation is demonetization, corruption, black money, fundings. So let's talk about the objective. The objective of this research paper is to find out effects of demonetization in India, to explore the reason of demonetization in India, and to use the online poll for individual effects of demonetization, and to study the positive and negative effect of demonetization on Indian economy. So there is some literature review by Varshit, JR, and V. Gupta. The research methodology which I have used in this is based on some online questionnaire which was given to 30 to 31 people about is demonetization effects good or bad. And the secondary data which was used from journals, newspapers, books, websites, and some articles and reports by RBI and NABARD. So reason behind demonetization was terrorism, black money, corruption, money against Pakistan, and printing of counterfeit currency. So there is some finding which I have done from online poll, in which the first one is state whether demonetization was good or bad in India, in which people majority of people has voted yes, it was a good initiative by the government. So let's talk about the second poll which I have done, in which do you think demonetization was a good step for your business? So in this, majority of people had said no. Surprisingly, it was a good step for the country, but not for the businesses. In third, which we have asked people that what payment method do they prefer after demonetization, means it's post demonetization. And in that, we have widely seen that people are going cashless, like Paytms, online, check, credit cards, and all those things. A lot of firms prefer Paytm right after demonetization. So the fourth is status of settled versus unsettled problem post demonetization. So are they about settled today? So yes, after demonetization, it has been more than 5 years. It has been 6 years. So now people have mostly 74% said that they have completely settled. So extent of demonetization. So in demonetization, 500 rupees and 1000 rupees were banned. According to RBI reports, 15.4 trillion rupees of amount was banned. 89.6% of total currency in circulation at that time in India. So the result was that the RBI got all the entire chunk of money from the nation. More than 99% of the money was covered back. It was assumed that 15.41 lakh rupees were there in circulation, and 15.31 lakh rupees were already returned back. So demonetization was a complete failure, and due to which there was a bad effect on our GDP, because by the initiative it dropped 2% directly. So what's my suggestion on it? So my suggestion on it is that government should work on remove to the negative effect and educate everyone about the usage of e-wallet, debit card, credit card, so that the purpose of making a currency become cashless. And workshops and seminar should be organized for publics in rural area who are not aware of banking system. Zero balance bank account should be provided to everyone, from private banks to at low income group or people of rural areas. Thank you. And my conclusion for the research paper is important to understand. Demonetization is the impact of economy of India. The paper explains that demonetization was a bad decision of Indian economy. It created a lot of problems for the citizens, and micro business were aggregately disturbed and disturbs national economy. If it was a waste of national resource and create inflations. So these are some reference which I have took from Indian Express, Indian Times, Economic Times, Money Control, Economic Times. These are all the articles which I have used for this presentation.
Thank you, Purushottam Singh, for presenting your research paper. Now requesting Adarsh Mourya to present his research paper.
So hello everyone, my name is Adarsh Mourya, and today I am going to talk about cryptocurrency under the guidance of Vidhi. First, I would like to introduce cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency or crypto is a digital currency designed to work as a medium of exchange through a computer network that is not reliant on any central authority, such as government or bank, to uphold or maintain. It is a decentralized system for verifying that the parties to a transaction have the money they claim to have, eliminating the need for traditional intermediaries such as banks when funds are being transferred between two entities. Weakness of cryptocurrency. Prices of certain cryptocurrencies surge to heights that can only be described as dizzying, but they may also be prone to crash very quickly to lows that have terrified some investors. In terms of stable long-term investment, crypto may not be the best bet for certain kinds of investors. As with stocks, the crypto market are driven by speculation. But unlike stocks, where technical and fundamental analysis play a huge part, cryptocurrency is more vulnerable to fluctuation that are sharp and quick. This wreaks havoc on investors and the coins themselves. Now I'm going to talk about the strength of cryptocurrency. Inflation has caused many currencies to lose value over time. Almost every cryptocurrency at the time of its launch is released with a fixed amount. The source code specifies the amount of any coin. For example, there are only 21 million Bitcoin released in the world. So, as the demand increases, its value will increase, which will keep up with the market and in the long run prevent inflation. There are many opportunities in cryptocurrency too. The use of cryptocurrencies continue to gain momentum worldwide. Investors, especially the younger generation, envision cryptocurrency as digital gold, an exquisite form of an assets class that can yield more profits than traditional stock or other investment opportunities. As demand for cryptocurrencies grows, so does the number of job roles in crypto and blockchain companies. These crypto jobs roles require the candidates to possess a strong understanding of blockchain technology and be equipped with optimal knowledge to get a job. The scarcity of skilled individuals in the blockchain domain leads to fluctuation in the demand and supply chains, making the job extremely high paying. Dangers. Cryptocurrency aren't backed by a government or central bank. Unlike most traditional currencies such as the US dollar, the value of cryptocurrency is not tied to promise by a government or a central bank. A cryptocurrency's value can change constantly and dramatically. An investment that may be worth thousands of dollars today could be worth only hundreds tomorrow. If the value goes down, there is no guarantee it will rise again. Conclusion. The cryptocurrency industry is a hot topic in the global financial system. There's a great volatility in cryptocurrency exchange rates. Trading these cryptocurrencies carries a high level of risks. Their growth has been able to gain the attention of many speculators. They are easily portable. Only after the necessary trust in cryptocurrencies is established will they be used on a large scale. If the cryptocurrencies fail to gain that trust, then their bloom might decline. They are still in their infancy and it is unclear when they will be traded maturely in global markets.
Thank you Adarsh Moria for presenting your research paper. This was the end of technical session 1. Requesting all the audience to click on activated link to continue towards technical session 2.